Good afternoon and a very warm welcome from the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. You're joining us for round 2 of the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup. Last year, of course, it was being called the Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, and I do apologize if I do get it wrong a couple of times, but we will try our best to remember that it is now the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup. And this weekend, it's going to be hot action, and I am talking about the weather and the action on track. It is properly heaty here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia. And in qualifying earlier this morning, now that was an interesting one. Kabel Irfan with a 2:16.849, nearly 3/10 ahead of Kotaro Togashi in second place. And Waku Kunitate from Japan is in third. He will complete the front row. Brintang Pranata is another one that we'll look out for. He's had many good performances here in Sepang, and he will start from fourth on the grid. Race winner last time out in the Chang International Circuit was Hayato Chisiki, the number 16, which we saw from the highlights. He will start all the way down in ninth on row 3. There's confirmation of the weather, 32 degrees Celsius, but I'll tell you, with the humidity and the intensity of the sun, it feels a lot warmer than 32 degrees Celsius. And there we have it. The home hero on the front is Kabel Irfan. He's a monster of a time. A 2:16.849. This is a confirmation of results in Thailand. P6 in race 1, P2 in the second race at the Chang International Circuit. That was many months ago now. It's been a while since we've seen these riders out on track. Kotaro Togashi, right at the end of qualifying, managed to find his lap time to put him in second. 7th and 3rd were his results in round 1 in Thailand, back in Buriram. That was a while back. It's been a long break for these riders. Wako Kunitate really performing well this season. 2nd and 4th in round 1. Currently starting from the front row, Bintang, the rising star, and it does mean star in Indonesian as well. Starting off the season really well. He's had a couple of wildcards as well the previous year. And he comes into this season as a full-time rider and looks to really set his name in and follow the footsteps of Veda Ega Pratama. Haruki Matsuyama, a name that you'll be familiar with if you've been following this championship last season as well. A bit unfortunate in at the Chang International Circuit. Kaim Razin, in qualifying, he was looking to make it a double Malaysian front row, but right at the end, a lot of riders found some improvements, but it is a big step forward for Kaim after his performances at the Chang International Circuit. Starting in P7 will be Reski Yusof, another one who's a bit of a regular here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. We'll be looking to extract a good result this weekend. We'll start with race 1 here, right past noon. Tyrion Fleming, a rising star for Thailand as well. Got a lot of Honda programs around this region that have been delivering a lot of riders who have generated some big results. Astra Honda from Indonesia and the Honda Thailand company as well. Hayato Chisiki, a race winner last time out. He's starting quite far down in row 3 in P9, only managing a 2:18.255, but you know the quality of Hayato will come through. Pacharagon Tongatlong, another one who's familiar with Sepang, and another promising rider from the Honda Thailand company. And we're looking at Jut Place that was a talent last time out at Chang, scoring points in race 1 and race 2 was a bit more mayhem, and struggled to find those point scoring positions. The young Aussie to keep your eyes out for is Jake Page, but before that, let's have a look at Mahdi Salim, who's regular in America and currently back into the Moto4 Asia Cup grid. Jake Page, here he is, brother to Bodie Page. some out in Thailand as well, just struggling to find those point-scoring positions. But Sepang does present new opportunities. No Propong Bumprawes. He went well at the Chang International Circuit. He should go well here at Sepang as well. He is quite familiar with this track. He's done a number of championships here, and the Thai Honda company have been pushing him quite a lot. Akib Rifki, Mohammad Akib Rifki, who comes from a few performances in the Thailand Talent Cup where he has been close to podium finishes on numerous occasions. He's looking for something better in this race. It's all about rhythm with these mixed style championships. Badly there. Again, strange that Badly didn't find the pace in qualifying, but see how the rhythm looks like. He was quite consistent despite not finding those higher positions. This is Maulana Malik, starting off the season decently well.
Guys, out. No, out.
Looks like we are ready to go now. The 1 minute board being held up at the front of the grid. The sun has come out. If you saw the picture pointing towards turn 6 and turn 7 just now, it did look like some clouds are starting to arrive, but it shouldn't affect this race one for the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup. See that some bikes, this looks like we're struggling to get them started, but they have gotten underway now. Yeah, but looks like we do have all bikes started. So it will be the sighting lap, and then we will have 11 laps of action for race 1 for the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup. This is Sepang at its finest. The intense heat. Green flag wave now as we form up for 11 laps around this 5.5 kilometer circuit, and this is what the starting grid looks like. Kabel Irfan, the home hero, starts from pole position. Kotaro Togashi from Japan in second, and Wako Kunitate in third. In row 2, it's Bintang Pranata, followed by Haruki Matsuyama and Kaim Razin in sixth. Kicking off row 3 is Reski Yusuf. 8th is Tirin Fleming. 9th is Hayato Chisiki. 10th is Pacharagon Tonget Lung. 11th is Jut Plastid. In 12th is Mahdi Salim. In 13th is Jake Page. 14th is Not Propong Bumprawes. 15th is Mohammad Nakib. 16th is Mohammad Badli. 17th is Maulana Malik. And in 18th is Wen Zong. And completing 19th and 20th is Tanuchanon Srip Persuan and Shiyu Chen. 20 riders on the grid for the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup. As they come around turn 6. Usually the rhythm that we see for these kind of lightweight machineries, we'll see some attacking going on right at the very start for the opening few laps, and then it will just go into a bit of a rhythm for the middle part of the race, followed by a scrap on the line. And then we had a look at Kabel Irfan's father there. He's been side by side with Kabel throughout his journey in the Moto Mini Malaysian Championship, as well as his performances in Spain. Kabel Irfan, he's making a name for himself. Currently racing in Spain, he's been shy of a podium a few times. Of course, he was champion last year, but this season poses a different opportunity for Kabel. In the way now, down into turn 15. Now this will be almost definitely the main talking point of the race when we come down to the final lap. It's all about that slip down into turn 15 and getting a good exit. The other thing to take into consideration as well in Sepang will always be tire management, because the track temps do tend to heat up. And 11 laps around this 5.5 kilometer track is a long time. That's Kabel's father. can understand the nerves. I mean, he knows his son is talented, but every race is different. Kabil, the number 14, comes to the front for pole position. Set next to him is Kotaro Togashi. On the left of the front row from our perspective is Waku Kunitate. And we have a bit of, I think, Xiu Chen or... Sorry, that's the Tanu Chanon has just gone into the wrong grid spot. But it looks like we are clear to go now. Green flag waved at the back of this 20 rider grid for the Moto4 Asia Cup. 4 red lights on top, and we are underway. It's a decent start from Kabil, but it's an even better start from third by Kunitate. And Kunitate now goes side by side, and he goes into the front. It's a rocket ship off the line by Wako Kunitate, and on the inside, aggressive, biting back. It's Kabil Irfan. Into turn 1 we go, and it's clean through for everyone. Now what's the rhythm gonna look like? Kabil had that extra pace in qualifying. Will he have it once again now in the race? He's been untouchable so far throughout every session, and look at Kabil now. He is trying to pull a gap early on. Wako Kunitate trying to hold on. Kotaro, there goes aggressive through into turn 4, and even more aggressive, I think. It might have been Bintang coming through, but Kabil now still strong in the lead. Ooh, turn 5. Someone's gone a bit wrong then, just held up the group, chasing behind Kabil. Kabil now, he's going to be under pressure by Kotaro Togashi, and on the inside there, that is Bintang, the number 3. He is trying to start aggressively, and he was the one there, turn 5, we saw nearly with an error, but he's managed to hold it on. Turn 9 poses an opportunity for Kotaro to send it on the inside of Kabil, but Kabil just that little bit stronger on the brakes as they run up the hill into turn 10. So far, it's a good start from almost everyone on the front row. Wako Kunitate, though, in the bit behind. He's down in P5 now. It's still a long 11 laps to go. We still have plenty of racing to do before the battles get really intense. Roll down now into turn 14. It's a long way off the throttle around turn 14 before you grab it, and that's where you see a bit of a squiggle on the rear tire there for Kotaro Togashi. Here's a run down into turn 15, and it looks like Kotaro is trying to make a move on the inside of Kabil, and he does get the slip, and he tries to make a move, but Kabil there just ever stronger. Ooh, and it's a double long lap penalty there for Tanu Chanon. Tanu Chanon, the tire rider, who's starting already at the back in 19th. That's really unfortunate. A double long lap penalty at Sepang. That's really going to take a lot of wind out of your sails. And Kabil now still leading the way. Cameraman there just looking for Tanu Chanon. There's the number 18, so he will have to serve a double long lap. Unfortunate. Back at the front, it is still Kabil in control, and you can see Kotaro Togashi, he's looking to make that move, but Kabil, every time the move presents itself, just can't make the move on the inside. Oh, look at that. That was a nice move by Wako Kunitate. Kabil sending it cleanly into turn 4. And they make their way into turn 5. It looks like Kabil, he does have that extra bits of pace, but just can't break from the group right now. I mean, it's really tough to break from a group in this Moto4 Asia Cup Championship, but anyone to do it, it will be Kabil here. Haruki Matsuyama has just set the fastest first sector. Kabil's responding with the fastest second sector. Haruki Matsuyama, you can see that he's slowly getting into the rhythm, and with the performances that we've seen from him last season and early on, despite not the strongest finishes, you can expect Matsuyama to slowly make his way through with his rhythm. Jake Page is currently sitting in 14th, Bodhi Page's brother. And they move into turn 13 and 14. Curious to see what the rhythm will look like for the next few laps. And we're just basing it off what we've seen in free practice and qualifying so far. There's anything to go by. We should be able to have a run at it, but again, Kotaro Togashi at the end of qualifying was just so impressive. Bintang, see that just at number 3, down in 5th. Slowly measuring the gaps and trying not to make anything too risky of a move yet. Nato has moved up, moved back down into 7th. Haruki Matsuyama up into 6th, and on the inside there again, you can see Kotaro Togashi is just really trying to invite himself into an overtaking maneuver, but so far he's just been superior on the brakes. And now Ryan Razin has had a good run. Started in 6th. And moved up into P4. The fastest lap on our first full flying lap is Wako Kunitate, who was 3rd across the line on the previous lap. He's setting the 217.5. The pace is faster in this race currently than it was in qualifying. Dipping into the mid 217s. 217.721 that time round for Cavalier Fund. Group of 7 riders at the front. Just dropping off slightly behind is the likes of Rescue Yusuf. Cabo now leads the way into turn 9. This is a really good group to follow. Cabo leads the way, and right at the back of that is Hayato Chisiki. Haruki Matsuyama coming in the fast second too, so Haruki Matsuyama finding his rhythm, and see that there, the strength of Kabil is through everywhere that's flowy. He just manages to find those few extra meters away from everyone else. As well as just not enough to pull away from them. Kabil improves through every sector. Kaim Razin, fastest sector 1 and fastest sector 3, so look out for the number 8 right there. He's sitting behind, the number 19 sitting behind the number 8 of Waku Kunitate. And into turn 15. Again, a very disciplined race so far. No one taking any risks in the early laps. It's quite good to see this actually from the young riders from all around this region. Everyone being very calm so far. It does mean that there is pressure for Kabil now. He just doesn't know when the move's coming, and there's a move coming on the inside. It's a double overtake. A very nice move from Kaim Razin, but he's gone really, really wide, and he will go back down into P3. So Kaim Razin, who just set the fastest lap of the race so far at 217.290, finally shows the front wheel, but it's a bit too hot on that occasion. And Kabil says, thank you very much, I'll take back P1. Actually, you know what? No, it's actually Kotaro Togashi who's gone to the front. So Kotaro now leads the way for the first time in this race. Kabil looks to see where he is on the track right now, and he does see a large group of riders behind him, 5 riders to be exact. So Kabil can't rest easy. I mean, everyone at the front, the mid to lower 217s, no one dipping into the 216s like Kabil did in qualifying. Would be a bit of an ask. Oh, plenty of riders going wide there out of turn 8. Now Kabil does reach the front again. Kabil leads the way into turn 9, and look at that. Kaim Razin sitting on the inside of turn 9. Kaim looks hungry. He doesn't want to relax early on. He wants to attack. So we have one rider already testing that front wheel. Will this prompt other riders to try as well? Oh, look at Kaim Razin on the inside there. Had a look on the inside of Waku Kunitate. But Waku just going a little bit later into turn 12. But it looks like this has allowed Kabil to stretch a little bit of a gap. It's not going to be enough. Kabil going wider than most riders throughout turns like turn 6 and turn 14. Using every inch of the Petronas Sepang International Circuit that he can. Kaim now has a look at the inside again. Doesn't make it stick this time, but with the back, Haruki Matsuyama tries to make a move at turn 15. think what has happened is Kabla saw the kid behind him, and Kotaro overtaking him has made him realize he needs to push a little bit harder to try and have a bit of breathing room. Kabla into turn one, and inside is Wako Kunitate. Nice broad pass by Wako. Instead of Kaim Razin. Into turn 2 and 3. Leading the way is Kabel. And behind a little bit there, looks like Hayato Chisiki. Hayato Chisiki is just maybe losing touch with this group, and on the inside there. Look at the inside of Razin was Bintang. Kaim has dropped down into 4th. You see plenty of changes in positions throughout these remaining 7 laps. So right now, the only one that's really able to hang on with Kabel throughout most of it has been Kotaro Togashi. He's just been clean and managing to keep the pace with Kabel. Just behind there, Wako Kunitate trying to find the way on the inside, just unable to. Kaim really fast into turn 9. I've seen this a few times with Kaim. He's getting a bit too eager now that he's losing track position. Not really what you want. You don't want to lose the momentum with these bikes. And just needs to plan his overtakes a bit more smoothly and try to be a bit more calmer. We have 2 groups forming. We've got the front group, the front 7, from Kabel down to Hayato Chisiki. Plastic leads the second group. By Rizky Yusuf, Pachiragon Tongitlung and Badli. Popon Bumpra has started way down in 14th, has made his way up into 12th, and it looks like a big error, huge error from Bintang on the brakes. Bintang a bit too eager there, and he's really nearly made a mess of it. And Kayan tells him, follow me, let's chase them back down. That was a close one. What a save that was from Bintang. Oh, that could have been a big moment at the midway point of this race, nearly the midway point. Luckily for them, they didn't lose too much drive, so they're able to catch back up with this group. Fastest lap of the race so far still sits with Kaim Razin. That was metronomic pace by the front 3, Kabel, Kotaro and Wako Kunitate. They've been lapping those mid 217s and almost non-stop, almost every single lap. Love to see replay. What happened with Bintang there? Oh, someone's dropped behind there. I think, yeah, that's Hayato. We saw that happening already on the previous lap. Hayato Shishiki is unable to stick with this group, and I wonder if that moment at turn 15 by Bintang, whether that's disrupted his rhythm a little bit. Again, Kotaro Togashi. Togashi, just every time you can see, he's trying to find the exit of the pace that Kabel has found, but Kabel has just been so strong on the exits. And into turn 9 now is Togashi. Again, Togashi looks to find a move, but it's just been doing this so well that it's hard to find any gap. The thing is, also, he just looks relaxed on the bike at the front. It doesn't look like he's panicking, so let's take a look behind now. See that Bintang and Kaim trying to stay within touching distance of this front group. With 5 laps remaining when they come across the line, and if this group starts to pull away, we will have a 4-way battle for the victory. A little bit further down, Rescue Yusuf has made his way up into 7th, and it looks like with Slipstream, it looked like for a second that Togashi was going to get that drive down into turn 15, but Kabel still stronger on the brakes and better on the exits, but this is closer now for Togashi. He will have had a bit of Slipstream coming out turn 15, and he's going to try and line a move up into turn 1. I have to imagine he's going to have a look on the inside now. Togashi has a look on the inside of Kabel, but again, just unable to have any response to Kabel breaking down. into turn 3. We still have a bit of a gap between the front 4 and 5th and 6th of Bintang and Kaim. Roll down now into turn 4. Togashi again just sitting behind. Ooh, we have a retirement there. That's Mamanakid. I think Mamanakid made a big error somewhere because his sector 3 time was a lot slower than the rest. That's unfortunate for Nakid. We'll have to hope for better luck tomorrow morning. We're now back at the front. It's Kabel. Oh, Kabel's gone really wide there once again. Got a fresh contact at the edge of turn 6 at the exit. That's a little bit further now. Risky was momentarily up into P8. Judd has gone back up into P8 now. And into turn 9 again, Togashi has a look at the inside. Just no room. Just really struggling to find a move. But they are pulling a bit of a gap in sector 3 now, ahead of the 2 behind them. One of the fastest lap, well, the most improved and the fastest lap from the previous one was 2:17.4 by Bintang Pranata, who's chasing down this leading pack once again. They have a ride behind them, so Bintang has reached the front. Looks like Kaim have a bit more to catch up, but he is within the fight. Unfortunate for Hayato Chishiki. Hayato is completely out of contention for now. Would have to take some major errors at the front for this front 6 for Hayato Chishiki to be back into contention. Come across now, 4 laps remaining. Kabel Irfan still leading the way. He's led most of this race. It's hard to see him giving up the lead easily. Fighting back in the back there was Haruki Matsuyama. Bintang trying to feel each rider off one by one. Into turn 3 now. Sector times. Fastest sector 4 of the race has been done by Bintang Pranata. He sets the fastest lap of the race at 2:17.2. And a little bit further back, we're looking Jake Page there, number 15. And now we're back to front. Kaim has reached the back of this group now, so we are back to a 6-way battle for the victory. Couple there. It's gone wide here a few times, but this time he keeps it a bit neater. How long is Kotaro Togashi going to hold back for? He had an attempt, and so did Waku Kunitate. You'd have to think they're just really waiting for that final lap to really set on the inside of Kabel Irfan. Ooh, but look at this from Haruki Matsuyama. Haruki goes up into P4. Haruki Matsuyama has been looking stronger and stronger with every lap that we've gone through. Again, Haruki Matsuyama didn't have the best qualifying. Haruki Matsuyama started P5. The second row was not disastrous, but lap time wise it was just needed a little bit more. He needed a whole second more to reach Kabel Irfan. But in race pace, Haruki Matsuyama is looking right at home. Once again, down the back straight. Kabel Irfan leads the way. 3 more laps remaining after this one. Tell you what, there's a good battle happening behind this leading group. But for now, it looks like Togashi has that inside line. He has a look on the inside of it. Again, doesn't make a move. Kaim now makes a move, takes a double overtake into turn 15. So Kaim Razin moves up a couple of places into P5. Haruki Matsuyama going backwards once again. Across the line. Kabel Irfan leads the way ahead of Kotaro Togashi and Waku Kunitate. Kotaro Togashi goes in for a move now, finally, the number 11. So, my prediction was he was waiting for the last lap, but he's decided with 3 laps to go, he might have a bit of extra pace and he wants to run it at the front. Let's see, Ken Togashi run away at the front now. Kaim Razin sets his personal best on the previous lap with a 2:17.248. Togashi now leads the way into turn 4. Does Kabel line up a move? He does not at turn 4. Bintang has gone up into 4th as well. These are the standings as well for the championship. The live standings, if the checkered flag were to come out at this moment. Kabel will be in second place with 50 points. Kotaro Togashi will be in third. And Hayato Chishiki, who's been dropped off this group, still be in the lead of the championship, but only just. For Hayato Chishiki, just couldn't find the pace, but Kabel has now hit the front once again. And on the inside of turn 9, look at Bintang. Bintang is trying to line up a move, but not close enough this time. Kabel has responded immediately a few turns after getting overtaken at turn 1. And you can see Togashi now. Togashi is a bit more eager to battle. It's not as friendly as we saw early on in this race. Now everyone's trying to battle for positions, and look at Togashi's drive going into turn 12 and 13. It looks like he might line up a move into 14, but decides to back off right as they start slowing down and rolling off the throttle. So back to what it looked like on the last lap. Abelefan leading the way. We are about to enter the penultimate lap of this 11-lap race of the Moto4 Asia Cup. And into turn 15, Togashi gets the line. Oh, Kabel blocks the way of Wako Kuritate, trying to find a move in front of Togashi, but Togashi was just superior down into turn 15 that time. Kaim a bit wild and wide outside of turn 15. The battle is coming alive now for the final 2 laps. The penultimate lap now begins as they go into turn 1. Togashi still leading the way. Wako Kuritate as well, looking a little hungry. Bintang getting as close as humanly possible behind the wheel of Kabel Irfan. Oh, he's behind the wheel of Wako Kuritate. And Togashi there just has that bit of extra drive coming out of turn 3 so far. Into turn 14 now. Will we have a dive on the inside? No one close enough. Kaim does make a move on the inside there from Matsuyama. Trying to find a way. Kabel's been really strong into turn 5 and 6. Kabel line up a move again to lead the way into turn 9. Kabel there closes the gap slightly behind Togashi. Bintang has to look behind. Oh, look at really impressed really as they enter turn 7. That was very, very close. How did anyone find any space going into turn 7? Kabel leads the way once again. You can see there Wako Kuritate trying to battle now, and Togashi looks for the inside line into turn 9, but again, Kabel's strength has seen turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, and into turn 9. Now, the second last lap in this race. Kabel leads the way once again. Bintang looking eager, but still in P4. These 2 Japanese riders behind Kabel look like they mean business. Into turn 14 now, you can see Togashi. He wants to get that slip behind Kabel to get the advantage out of turn 15. They line up again for the second last time in race 1 for the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup at the Sepang International Circuit. This is the road to MotoGP. It's delivered so many talents throughout the years, and we're watching some brilliant performances right now. Kabel still holds the line after turn 15. Side by side there with Togashi, and they line up now. Bintang is up into P3 for the final lap of the Moto4 Asia Cup. Togashi gets that extra drive and he will lead the way into turn 1, but Bintang has a look at the inside. Will he be close enough? Not this time round. Togashi leads the way as Wako Kuritate had a look. But Kaim now has gone up into third, so Kaim has brought himself back into the conversation for the battle for the win. Kabel now, where does he respond? Will it be at turn 4 already? Looks like Kabel is going to send it on the inside. Kabel does make that move stick. Kabel back up into the lead. Kaim still sitting in third. Wako Kuritate has dropped all the way down into 5th. Kabel now, he's going to try and pull a gap here. This is where he's been strongest. They know they can't let Kabel run away. They can't let Kabel make his gap here. It's not going to be easy to keep him busy, but now Kabel leads the way into turn 7. Togashi had a look at the inside there. Kaim, you can be certain Kaim's going to try to send it into turn 9. Bintang as well is looking threatening. They go up into turn 9 now. Kabel trying to take that wider line, but Togashi takes the inside. He says thank you very much, but Kabel responds, gets the drive into turn 9 and tips it into turn 10 in the lead still. Look at Bintang now into turn 11. Oh, Bintang tried to send it in, but just not enough racing room there. And they tip down now into turn 12, downhill into turn 13. This is coming down right to the final bend here. Kabel there leaves it a little later into turn 14, trying to put a bit of a gap. Togashi's going to have a look on the inside. This is going to be a really, really tricky turn 15 for Kabel Irfan as he leads the way down the back straight. Not commonly a favorite position to be leading the way when everyone's chasing behind you. Togashi goes on the outside of Kabel. Kabel's going to get that inside line to hold. And look at Kayem. Kayem's gone really wide there, turn 15. Kabel trying to grab the throttle early. They come around now, and it's a sprint race down to the checker flag. Will it be Kabel? Will it be Togashi? It's side by side. I genuinely couldn't make out who got that, but it looked like Togashi got it, and it looked like Kayem managed to get second. My oh my, what a finish. We need to see a replay of that, because that was centimeters, if not millimeters, between the front four. And if we were to look at the timing right now, a thousandth of a second is Kayem rising in second. 4,000ths of a second is Kabel Irfan. That was some finish. A little bit further back, we still have a battle. Shu Chen, Wenze Song, and Mahdi Salim. Wenze Song in 16th, Mahdi Salim 17th, Shu Chen in 18th. My breath is still taken away from that finish. That was something special. It was a clean battle, clean scrap going into turn 15. Let's see now. Side by side were Kabel and Togashi. And then comes Kayem with a great slipstream. And oh, I still can't tell. It looked like Kabel lost it a little bit there at the end. My oh my, what a finish we have. Okay, it looks like Togashi. Yeah, it does look like it is as the transponders have indicated. It does look like Togashi's in first. It does look like Kayem is in second. And my oh my, Kabel doing nearly everything right in this race, but just at the end, missed it out by millimeters. It was so close between that front trio. And what a finish that was. And mind you, we still have race 2 tomorrow morning, so we get to witness this all again tomorrow, but oh, goosebumps. That was fantastic racing by all of them. Race result, it's still under photo finish, but to my naked eye, it looked like Togashi got it and Kayem in second. We will let the experts decide that. I still hear discussions going on in the background. So let's see another replay. The officials need to see it. We also need to see it. Kayem came out of nowhere to snatch that second place by the looks of things, but we have to see it again. And I'm just trying to capture the voices in my head of where Race Direction is putting this. Oh my, it looks like we do have a change. It looks like Kayem might be victorious this time. So on my screen, it looks like Kayem has just been moved up. So we will wait for the confirmation of that. So let's see this again. If it is Kayem, then this has been an absolute masterstroke of a final lap. So let's see. Kayem gets a drive. They approach the line, and it actually, you know what? It does look like Kayem has made it to the line before Togashi. Oh, I can't tell. This is remarkable. So yeah, it looks like the previous result probably does stand. It did look from the other angle as if Kayem didn't make it, but from that angle it does look like Togashi's made it. I mean, this must have been one of the closest races I've ever finished down the finish line. still waiting for the official result. The celebrations that say that Kaim has done it. And it looks like that is confirmed, yes. So it does look like Kaim is victorious for the first time this season. And he will take that first step on the podium. So Kaim Razin with his first victory of the season on home soil. That was quite the comeback from the young Malaysian. It looks for a second like Togashi had just made it, but it looks like Kaim has been confirmed as victorious. What a finish that we have had for the first race of the Moto4 Asia Cup. These are the results. Kaim Razin in first, Kotaro Togashi in second, Cavalier Fan third, Bintang Pranata in fourth, Wako Kunitate fifth, sixth is Haruki Matsuyama, seventh is Hayato Chishiki, eighth is Pacharagon Tongatlung, ninth is Jet Placid, in 10th is Muhammad Badli, in 11th is Reski Yusuf, 12th is Not Propong Bumprawes, 13th is Tyrion Fleming, 14th is Jake Page, 15th is Maulana Malik, 16th is Wen Tong, 17th is Mahdi Salim, 18th is Shiyu Chen, 19th is Tanu Chanon, Sweeper Chuan, and the 20th with the DNF is Nakib Rifki after retiring from the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Idemitsu Moto4 Asia Cup Race 1 podium ceremony here at the Sepang International Circuit. Please welcome to the podium in third place representing Malaysia, Kabir Irfan! In second place representing Japan, Kotaro Togashi! And now, the winner of the race, representing Malaysia, Kayi Brazil! The trophy is represented by Mr. Alessandro Caletti, Brewery Racing Manager.
Compañeritas. Por eso está perdiendo a su ídolo ahí.
There we have a Cavalier Fun taking the third place trophy. And second there, Kotaro Togashi. And victorious for the first time this season after a photo finish, Kaim Razin from Malaysia.
And now,
what a battle that was.
ladies and gentlemen, please stand up to listen the national anthem of the winner, Malaysia.
Now we'll have the national anthem of Malaysia. there we have it. Kaim Razin, victorious for the first time for the Moto4 Asia Cup in 2026. Followed by Kotaro Togashi in race 1 and Kabel Irfani. You can see there, Zafami Khairuddin, former Moto3 World Championship rider for Malaysia as well, in attendance, and he'll be proud of the program that he has developed here to produce these talents. We're gonna conclude this race 1 coverage for the Moto4 Asia Cup, and we will catch you bright and early tomorrow morning. Will it be this front 3 once again, or will it be a bigger battle? You'll have to stay tuned and see tomorrow. From the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, thank you for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow.